Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT, Certified Zentangle Teacher, and welcome to day one of Inktober Tangles for 2021. I do have an introductory video where I talk a little bit more about this, which is how I store my tiles and how I have worked my little system, and answer a few questions if you have some about Inktober. So I encourage you to look at that introductory video if you have not. For each of these, I have a practice page, and on the page I show for myself ways that I have practiced this after looking at how others have done it, whether it's through the step outs or looking on Facebook groups, Instagram, and the Mosaic app. Helps me to get ideas, not just the original step out, but other ways that people do it. For instance, this says Sandy Kelly Jones. She is another certified Zentangle teacher, and this was one of the ways that she had shown this pattern. So I thank you for joining me, and I'm looking forward to showing you these patterns for 31 days. So let's get started with day one, LunarFlux. I'm going to start by just demonstrating to you how to do LunarFlux. And I'm just going to use a Micron PN, and this is the same paper that I used in my journal, just a thin paper so that I can show you the steps. The way that she does it in the step out is it starts with this tier type drop, and then you bring a line up to it. This is the stem, and make an aura around it. And then this little thing at the top, I'm not sure what to call that. And then you just come back down. And that is the basic pattern for the single leaf, I think you would call it, because to me this is botanical. And to do it in a cluster, then you're just going to put 3 of these, I guess teardrop, I think is the best way for me to describe it. Put those together. And then this is where I would probably have the stem meet. So I'm going to come around and do my aura. Come between these two. Add your little thing at the top. And another one. Come back around, down. And there you have a cluster of those. So that is basically how it's done. I have another little disc-bound journal I've put together. These are 4 inches wide by 4.5 inches this way. And I found some new discs that are a little bit bigger, and I don't know if you can tell, but these have, there we go, a little heart in the center. And I'm going to take one of these off because it's a lot easier to do this when they're not on that disc. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a border on this. So we'll start with our dots. I have not decided what to do with this tile. And I may not totally finish each of these tiles on each day, but I want to show you how you can use this pattern. Zoom in again. And I'm going to put a string from here, just kind of wave it across there. And again, I'm using my Micron PN. And I think the way that I like to use this is to make it look botanical. And I'm going to go ahead and do my stem first. So I'm going to come up a little bit. And then above that, I'm going to do my little drop. And then I'll continue the stem around. And here's another way that you can do that little bump at the top. I like it a little bit shorter. What I showed you was from the way that Stephanie does it in the step out. So I'm just going to continue adding some of these. And sometimes I forget the little drop at the top. This is a pattern that reminds me of another one that Debbie New did called Spud. And so that's why I tend to want to put just a regular aura around it instead of that little bump at the top. But doing it like that, I like it. And here I'm going to put 3. Then again, I'm going to come around. And this one is close. I'm going to go behind a little bit. I like the idea of adding these where I have botanical patterns. Okay. So just continue like that. I'm going to add another cluster coming out this way. Several of these patterns, when I first saw them, were very new to me, and I was not sure how well I could do them, but it just takes practice. And again, we have the step outs for each of these, and for some of these you can find videos that show you how to do it. So I'm really thankful for anyone who has put videos out there for these patterns. I think I'm going to have a single one come off of that branch. and just keep playing with it. Again, I have not planned what to do on this, so it's fun. Okay, I think I'll do another cluster here. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You can make that little thing at the top more round, fatter, shorter, longer, whatever you want to do. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that as it is, and I have some Artist Loft watercolor pens, and this is not selling those. I'm not trying to push them. That's just what I have. And I like to take that very tip and just come along and very gently fill in the outside of this. And this is a green. Of course, you don't have to add color. This is just an idea. I enjoy these watercolor brushes. This one reminds me of a sage green, so I really like it. You can do different colors. And it doesn't matter to me, like right here, you can tell that it went outside the line. I'm not looking for perfect. Just want to add some color. Okay. And I'm trying to make it look similar to what I have here. I think I'll try this one in pink. Or actually, I could do different colors. And so I'm going to go just on the outside here and leave kind of a sparkle in the center. You could always come back with jelly roll if you filled it in, and a little white sparkle that way. All right, there you go. Quick and easy demo of how to do day one, LunarFlux by Debbie New, CZT. And there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. And there's my title of the day. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks, and I will see you tomorrow.